What is up, guys? Welcome to Legacy TCG. Back with some Edison. We got my point of view playing Blackwings against Anthony, who's playing Gigavise. So this is my second time ever playing Gigavise. I'm not very familiar with their lines or what they're capable of doing. So it's gonna be quite the adventure trying to map these plays. Yeah, so this is a Thursday. I usually don't come Thursdays. So, but I had the opportunity to come. Oh my god. Trap does shoot, hits nothing. Looks like his hand. Oh, actually his hand's pretty good because it has Gold Sark plus the DDR, which is a combo they like to do. It's pretty sick. They banish that, search that, and then they're not even gonna wait 2 turns. They're just gonna go right now. But yeah, anyways, when I came in and I was like walking around, there's like 4 Gigavise out of like the 20-ish plus players. 4 Gigavise. I was like, what the heck? Like on Tuesdays, there's 0. No one plays Gigavise. So I didn't even know people were playing this deck. And I was like walking around. I was like, Gigavise there, Gigavise here, another Gigavise there. And I was like, oh my god, this is terrifying. But yeah, he's gonna do the quick 1-2 with the DDR. Swings at 24. I have Gores in hand, but I decided not to drop it. I got greedy, and Anthony, seeing that I set Trap Dust Shoot, reads the writing on the wall and is like, oh, you know what? He said Trap Dust Shoot. He's probably gonna try to drop Gores, which is extremely greedy by me, because if I had dropped Gores right there, right on the 24. Well, his Titania would have taken care of a token. I don't know. I don't know if there's a proper thing. He read it pretty well, really well, and then drops or stops the attack on 24. I'm able to get rid of his Titania, but the thing is, he's just gonna normal summon or just activate effect and bring it back. So like, all around these plays are just not shaping up well. Because if I attack the Gigaplant, it just comes back with the Supervise. So I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, and then he attacks with Titania, and now I still can't drop Gores because I set my torrential. Right, so like I'm just taking a buttload of damage. I have to actually Allure of Darkness away this Gores because now it's dead. Yeah. I'm in a pickle. Maybe I can do Blizzard into Flute, get Catastor, drop Dark Arm, try to clear the Titania first, and then we can blow up the Gigavise. Hopefully that's what I do. I don't remember. I just remember the Gores play. I was like, dude, I was so disappointed in myself. Like, I couldn't even activate it. I set the torrential behind it, and I was like trying to wipe his board. Okay. Anthony's got that beautiful Gores mat RBTLA. Dark Arm hits. So clear Titania. Like, oh my god, the Threatening Roar is there. I can't clear it. We're boned. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, they don't really have effects that target that much, so yeah, we're in a tough position. He only has the Gigaplant plus Titania, but just these 2 cards alone are enough to make a Blackwing's life miserable. Titania's super strong card against Blackwings. Oh, he does have the Lone Fire. Okay, Lone Fire gets that. Now if I activate Torrential, the Supervise activates and then brings him back. And I'm just like, what the hell do I do? Alright, so Lone Fire goes. This is gonna get one of his tuners. You can start thinking about making some plays. I believe if he syncs with the Gigaplant, the Supervise still activates too, which is absolutely insane. The card's nuts. And like, you can't, it's kind of insulated too because Titanial protects it from any targeted effects on his side of the field. Yeah, that's the plant. So this can go into 7. He can actually just clear the board with Black Rose right here. Yeah. So it goes Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. Chain Link 2 goes first. I guess, yeah, he blows everything up. And we'll go to game 2. So he would have blown everything up. Gigavise gets special summon, and then we're still boned. So let's see what I side. I guess, what is it? Oppressions come in for sure. Fissure does lowest attack. That card's okay, as long as he doesn't have Stardust on field. You can kind of use it to break boards. Banisher can be okay. Something. Double Oppression, Fossil, Deck Devi. Deck Devi is not that good, from what I understand. He only has a couple cards in the deck, and if they get Deck Devi, they just get Miracle Fertilizer anyways, so it's not the best. So we're gonna try to make all of our cards as active as possible. Maybe take out the draw traps, Trap Dust Shoot. Maybe Trap Dust Shoot could be good against Gigavise. They do run, like, the last time I dust shoot him, he had zero monsters. So let's do Double Fissure, Deck Devi, DD Crow, Fossil. Take out Dark Illusions. Didn't seem that effective. Game 1. Yeah, so we need a couple more cards. Take out Gores because it might run into Oppression. We'll take out a Bora. Yeah, I don't know. Blackwings is tough side. You don't want to remove a lot of the engine because you just want Whirlwind plus Blackwing, Whirlwind, Blackwing, and then, you know, take over the game. That's essentially what the plan is. Okay, take out a Value too. We're not interested in playing a grind game. What I'm more interested in is pressuring him out of the game. But Anthony was telling me that the interesting thing about Blackwings is they can control the pace of the game based on the cards that they have, like Icarus. But I do have this Dyna with a Solemn Judgment backed, so maybe we can do Dyna up and then. Oh, okay, we do face down Dyna. So in case he goes nuts, I can blow up everything. Nettles runs into this, so he takes 100 right here. And then we'll set. And I tribute for Sirocco. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I want to use this Whirlwind as much as possible and then push him out of the game. But the Fossil is a piece that, if I can protect it, it controls the pace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can just kind of sit there with Fossil and he can't do anything. He has to get past Fossil first in order to play. But I just made his job easier by like going into Whirlwind. But like in my mind, I'm like, if I can activate more Whirlwinds, then I can, you know, run away with the game with Black Whirlwind, or with monsters and pressure. But the pressure was already brought on by our Fossil, so like, I don't know. It's, and now all this stuff is happening. We will pressure this Lone Fire. I don't think I had that oppression opening hand too, so I think I drew it into it turn 2. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I would just be sitting with a Dyna and then waiting for that True Nade to go off. But thing is, the True Nade only gets rid of back row. It doesn't stop. It doesn't answer the Dyna. You know what I'm saying? This all harps on losing that Dyna, and I did that to myself. So go 13, 18. No, we just do 13. Yeah, so we have like essentially 1 turn to live because his cards can he only needs like 2 cards to go off. He can go as long as he has access to Lone Fire, then he's okay. We're gonna go attack with Bora, and we set our Gale to defense because we're scared of Mirror Force. But now our Gale is kind of defenseless with triple Colute in hand. Yeah, so he True Nades. Now we're essentially defenseless. This Miracle Fertilizer, all he needed with the Lone Fire. Doesn't really care about a normal summon. Gonna go in Titanial. Mark of the Rose, and I'm at 2k life points. That will seal the deal. All right, let's let's break down my disappointment in myself. All right, so game 1, he goes DDR, the Gigaplant, drops Titanial. I take 24, and then I don't drop Gores. My first set was Trap Dust Shoot, so this Trap Dust Shoot is you can use it as a clue as to what your opponent's hand is. It's a chainable that can be used on declaration of attack. So if they go attack, you chain Trap Dust Shoot. You can look at their hand, rip a card from their hand, and then take the damage, drop Gores. Is a play that you can do. So already he's kind of like, he kind of knows that this is something that could be a possibility. So if I take 24, right, in his point of view, if he attacks a 28, he has to deal with a 27 and 28 that answers his board, right? So he's not interested in racing against me. All he wants to do is live, right? So he just attacks 24 and goes pass, right? And now I'm stuck with the Gores in hand. Had the Gores come down, he still would have swung in with Titanial, taking out the Gores. So at best, I would have gotten a crash, right? And that would brought the Gigaplant back out. So I would need an answer with Sirocco, Flute, and Blizzard. So it's still it wouldn't have done that much, but at least I would have got to use my card, and maybe change the trajectory of the game. But yeah, these 2 strikes, it's kind of like having a smaller monster plus Goyo. Goyo is just there to threaten Goyo actually answers the Gores, but you go attack 24, right? You sit with your Goyo, right? And then don't attack. Next turn they try to answer, they can't answer, goes back to you. You attack again, so it's 24, 24, 40, 48, right? You don't attack again, right? Because if you attack with the Goyo, then you're dealing with a 28 token that deals with your 2800 monster, right? And we don't want that. So you only attack when it's like lethal, or if you force your opponent to drop the gores because they're gonna die if they don't drop it. That's essentially what he did with the Titanium. And on top of that, he attacks again, and I set Torrential. I'm thinking that he's gonna like summon more stuff, right? And my Torrential is gonna get some value. But he's looking at an empty board. He doesn't need to commit anything. He can just attack. If it's a D-Prison, then whatever, he loses Titanium. If it's Mirror Force, whatever, he gets a Gigaplant back, right? So he's not gonna add more to the board. So that's like the second blunder. It's like blunder after blunder, right? Setting Torrential, now my Gores is dead, right? And Anthony's a very smart player. He's not gonna do these rash decisions without a purpose. But yeah, I don't get to drop Gores. Game 2, I summon Dyna, and then in my head, I'm like, okay, if I can get more cards with the Whirlwind, then I can win. But the thing is, Dyna, it stops Lone Fire, it stops Miracle Fertilizer, it stops a bunch of things. The only answer he can get from he can do to this card is if he summons one of his sided cards like Breaker or something like that, or he goes Mark of the Rose, sack for Gigaplant, right? Which is gonna require a lot of stuff from him, right? But my, you know, me and my infinite wisdom decide to drop Sirocco, because like in my mind I'm like, I need to finish this game. But with Blackwings is you don't have to be ultra aggressive all the time. You can decide when to move, when to strike, where to clear the board, all those things. It's purely up to you. So now I'm looking at a giant Trunade, no Dyna, and in 2 turns this Trunade is gonna clear my board, and then I'm left with nothing. Now on top of that, I go to Sirocco and leave Gale in defense, knowing that Trunade's coming up next turn. So Trunade comes up next turn, wipes my board, or wipes my back row, leaving special summons on the board, right? And I put Gale to defense because I'm scared of Mirror Force, right? It's either way. If I die to Mirror Force, like, you know what, I die, right? But this Gale is not gonna protect me against a swarm of Gigaplant, Titanium. You know, he's actually stronger with the triple Colute in hand, which, yeah, but it's tough. Like in my mind, I'm thinking I'm doing the right play by protecting my Gale, not losing 2 cards to 1 Mirror Force. But yeah, I don't have a back row coming into this turn because Giant Trunade's coming up, and then now I have 3 unactive cards in my hand with Gale, right? Whereas like if I leave Gale in attack and don't attack with it, right? The Gale pumps up to like 4k plus, and potentially I can drop Dark Armor or something like that. I believe his last cards were like, was it Mark of the Rose? It was Mark of the Rose plus 1 mystery card, which is you know, could be dead draw, could be defensive trap, I don't know. But the whole sequencing of my gameplay in general was pretty poor. But I'm glad I was able to experience this, just because like when I played it and then I sat there and I was like thinking about all the things I could have done. There's so much stuff, and yeah, hopefully you guys can learn something from it too, experience through my pain. But hopefully next time I run into Gigavise, I'll be more equipped to deal with these lines that yeah, thanks to these games. But anyways, if you guys like the videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and then I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.